Good afternoon and welcome to episode 51 of whatever this is now.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Big news this week.
But we're not starting with that yet.
Right, good.
World Cup news, because today is England's second game, is it? Second
Yes,
game?
I think so.
So we're all full of hope with that. That's on later. Don't know when you're watching this, it might not be relevant. We could have won or lost by now, but I'm hoping we win. And I found something out going on about the World Cup in America. Norway has just shipped 2,200 pounds of food in weight across the ocean to the World Cup because they refused to let their team eat the American groceries.
Well, don't blame them.
For the first time ever, athletes are treating the US food like a biohazard.
How long will it take to get there if they've just shipped it?
I don't know.
I mean,
and they may not have just shipped it, but the point is the food doesn't count
bad.
as food.
I've just got visions of the food arriving just as they get knocked out in the group stages.
Yeah.
And end up with some Americans suddenly getting healthy food.
That makes me think you have made a mockery of my little statement.
I didn't mean to.
So, but the point was to get onto this bit after that, rather than worry about the arrival. We can only assume...
The smaller details.
We can only assume they've done it in a way where...
It would arrive in time.
It'll arrive in time to be eaten. Right, so... Here's the why. Every raw almond sold in the US, these are a couple of examples of the food issues, right, has been chemically fumigated in a process linked to cancer since 2007. And under a USDA mandate. 98% of chicken has been processed through this mandate thing. It's been dunked in chlorine. And America allows tuna to be treated with carbon monoxide to preserve an artificially bright red colour, which is banned in 30 other countries.
It's all a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
Those are strong things. We've said before how American bread is considered cake in Europe, you know.
Yeah.
So do you want your athletes eating fucked up meat and cake?
No.
You probably don't.
No, and I suppose if you're going to be in there most teams are going to be there for at least a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So you can't really pack that much of your own food to
No.
bring with you.
It's not like a picnic.
No. But I remember being in America for...
A six-pack of What's-Its is not going to cut it.
I was in America for 5 weeks, about 12 years ago, something like that. And for full context, I was walking around a lot and I was only eating salads. So it was something with salad.
Why am I sceptical of your...
This is true.
Really?
This is true.
You actually ate salads and walked everywhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously caught a few planes and walk, across state lines and all that kind of thing. I was drinking quite a lot.
Right.
So there was a lot of alcohol. But
Okay.
in 5 weeks, I put on 1.5 stone.
It sounds like a lot.
It is a lot, but it is absolutely true.
That's your point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. You're backing up my statements about it not being food.
It's unusual. Unusually, I
get you. I'm not very quick-witted today, but I am happier than the previous weeks.
But yeah, I just found that it had to be. I mean, it was obviously the alcohol as well.
Do you think it's recording? I've just suddenly become...
I've
lost confidence.
I don't know. Let me...
I've been having a couple of paranoid things recently, right?
It's square.
Okay, that's safe.
And it says 3:31.
That's safe. Yeah, I've started being paranoid that I smell of onions out of nowhere. That's a new one from today.
I don't think you smell of onions.
No, but where did it come from? I didn't worry about that yesterday.
The ground.
Well, I guess I did. Okay, we'll move on from that dad joke. Now, Keir Starmer is no longer a wanker. I mean, he probably
he is a
still
wanker.
is. Yeah.
Probably.
But we're allowed to chant that now. Or are we?
Probably not.
Or do we have to wait until July when he's actually left to chant Keir Starmer's a wanker?
He might leave earlier than that.
Yeah.
He might leave earlier than that from the reports that I've read. Now, I've said this.
This is the thing you said. This is potentially a disaster for England because him hanging on to the reins, whilst unpopular, meant it was a static course. Yeah. We knew what we had. We might not like it, but we'd adapted.
Yeah.
We got this Andy Burnham almost
Burnham,
almost like 100% going to be the next PM.
Yeah.
We've never heard of him. He didn't even have a seat, did he? He's some bloke from Makersfield, which I don't know where that is.
Right, okay. So there's a lot to unpick from those. This is the bullshit bell.
Bullshit bell. We forget to introduce that to those.
So,
I don't know why he's rung it then.
Right.
I feel they were facts.
No, they weren't. Right. So first of all, we do know who he is.
Right.
Because he was in government during Tony Blair and Gordon Brown's.
What was he doing there then?
I
Room
think
cupboard?
towards the end of it, he was the health secretary. So he's been, a player.
He's got things wrong before for England.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure much about what he achieved or failed on during that time. But I don't remember the health secretary being under much fire in 2008 to 2010.
Back then, health and safety wasn't as important.
There was
no one
there was probably a bit less red tape, even though Blair seemed to invent it.
Yes, he did. So Markham might be that bloke's fault. All the red tape turned up.
Okay, so the other thing is he's not from Makersfield.
Right.
He's barely been there.
Right. Well, why do I think he's from Makersfield?
Because he's just won the election there.
Okay.
Now, what's happened is he wasn't in government.
Right.
He wasn't even an MP because he had become the mayor of Greater Manchester.
Right. Is Makersfield part of Manchester?
It's close enough.
Okay.
Closest. It's that kind
as far as it matters to me.
It's that kind of area.
Right.
He only got elected because another Labour MP decided to stand down.
Yes. So why wasn't he one before and now one?
Because he was the mayor, and you can't be both.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
So it's a bit like Boris.
So.
Because Boris was the mayor, and
then after he wasn't, he then became elected as an MP again. Yeah. But the only reason for this guy giving up was so that Burnham had a chance to win the seat.
Yeah.
And a day after, or 2 days after he won the seat, Starmer's been persuaded to resign.
Yeah.
Now, I have a bit of an issue with it in so much as...
I thought you might. Luckily for us.
In so much as it's one thing when the person who becomes the new Prime Minister was part of the electoral team for government at the point that they are voted in.
Yeah.
But this guy wasn't an MP.
No, it's random.
So we're suddenly getting...
Everyone's gone, we like him, let's get him in.
Well,
that's the Labour thing.
He's more
the Labour voice.
He's more left-wing than Starmer.
I've seen that. That's a worry because Starmer was exactly very left-wing. And not all left-wing things are bad, but balance is also essential in life.
Yes.
I found out that.
Most left-wing things are bad, in my experience.
Yeah. But then I had one of my mates come round this week who's quite left-wing.
Right.
And was he explaining some things from his perspective? I can't remember what they were, but they didn't seem as bad. So I obviously wasn't interested anyway.
I mean, we can only wait and see what's going to happen. I think if he is more popular, it might quieten some of the noises down.
Yes.
And I'm so sick of seeing arguments online about how bad.
He is touted strongly by Labour as a really good breath of fresh air to right the sinking ship. That's how it's put across. But the bit that's worrying for me more than anything, because I don't know him, as I've proved earlier, is Miliband still likely to be involved.
I don't think Miliband's going to be shoved out, but there's
half a chance of him becoming the Chancellor.
There's a guy called Wes Streeting.
Yeah. So between those two for the Chancellor, I heard today.
I think it's going to be Streeting, and the reason being...
What do you think Miliband will do?
I'm hoping that he eats a bacon sandwich and chokes on it.
Well, yeah.
No, the reason why I think it's going to be Streeting is that he was going to stand for the leadership.
He also is very popular. He always gets his chops in on TV.
Streeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he comes across okay, but he came across really weak in this transition-y bit with Starmer kind of thing. I felt like, certain Judas elements. Weak.
I mean,
tactically weak.
I think that a lot of people...
I've lost respect for him through this bit and the way he did his things.
I think that the trade-off for him not
I didn't have
standing,
any for him before.
I think the trade-off for him not standing as leader and giving Burnham potentially a free run is that he will be Chancellor.
Right, so he's almost taken...
that's what I believe will happen. So
what will... I just hope Miliband doesn't do anything. We need his concept behind energy to literally fuck off.
Yeah, it's not going to.
No,
it's not going to.
But
it's
we do need
government that's going to.
Respectively, we need it to go away.
Yeah. But it won't.
No, it won't. No.
So
it might get worse.
Very little of what we need from government is actually happening.
That's true. That hasn't happened since the war, and I mean the Second World War, which I wasn't alive at, but I assume things were more regulated better.
I doubt that where we got to in our achievements in life up till now, when everyone wants to take it all away, wouldn't have happened without Thatcher.
Well, I mean, I've debated a different side of that, haven't I? Because I think her privatization has been the downfall of England. We're in this awful mess, quagmire of doom, because we no longer own anything because she sold it all.
But then
power comes from French people.
But we were also in a situation where nothing was happening, nothing was being achieved in the UK because everyone was striking.
But the miners were striking, the steel boys were striking.
Everyone was striking.
Who else was striking?
Bin men.
They're striking in Manchester now, or Birmingham. Some place they haven't been up in fucking months, or maybe a year.
Yeah.
Now that's the plague all over again, surely, because that's what caused the plague the first time. Possibly even the fire in London.
That was a cake shop.
Was it though?
Yeah. Well, if you watch, apparently. I mean, you can press that bell all you want. That is what that's what it's actually reported as.
Yeah, no, you are right about that. But my point is that we're heading back to this world which was unsafe for consumption in the 1700s. Not regular bin connections, hygiene, etc., this, that, and the other. And this is what's coming on. Now our bins are irregularly collected. All the gloop in the bins is sitting for longer and longer and longer. That's Joe's loud cup of tea. And are we going to have another plague? We don't know.
I think not.
On politics, before we skip off completely, right? I found out today that Reform is giving the theatre world the heebie-jeebies. And I thought, oh no, they aren't. And that's the way to do it.
Yeah, awful.
On that note, right, I've got a climate change confession to come up with.
I want to know about the theatre heebie-jeebies. Have you got anything?
No, I've got nothing else other than that.
That's it.
That was a one-liner, a dad joke. Yeah. So climate change, right? France is a Frenchman.
France is a Frenchman?
No, France. A Frenchman, a sandal-wearing Frenchman called Philippe Fallope.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not. I just found a way to drop that in.
Philippe Fallope.
We can thank Monjaro Scott for that one.
Right. Okay.
So, but the France thing, France has banned alcohol at festivals across the country as the heat wave pushes temperatures towards record levels, where the Philippe Fallops would probably melt. Yeah.
Not without precedent, actually.
Well, actually, there is. So this is why I'm saying I might have to rekindle some of my climate change claims. So Paris is under red heat alerts with 26 million people facing temperatures of up to 41 degrees Celsius, 46. It is going up, right? So another place, which I can't, Varages, Herald, France is facing temperatures up to 41 degrees. But in 2019, June the 28th, 46 degrees was recorded.
Right.
But before that, 2019 was our next highest. No, before 2019, sorry, it was 2003 and Congriac. I've written this down badly, so I'm sorry if it sounds garbled. I thought I'd written it down clearer than that. Anyway, another time we got to 44.1. Now it's hotter now, is my point, than then. Except in 2019 when it wasn't. So
when I said it was without precedent, by
I
the way,
think maybe we'd just call me on that. I think I've made that wrong.
I think it was too confusing for a bullshit man, to be perfectly honest. And when
it isn't as hot as it was, but it's hot.
When I say that it's not without precedent, I mean banning alcohol at festivals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So where else?
I
wish I'd got that to start with. You could have saved me all that horrible.
Oh no, I mean
getting it wrong.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite amusing for everyone watching.
Maybe.
Formula One.
Right.
So
Stuart is a Formula One fan.
I am a Formula One fan. I've been to a race in Barcelona with my dad, and there was no alcohol available at it at all. Now they are in other races, but I thought it was quite strange.
Do you think my head's the same height as yours?
I mean, under normal circumstances,
no.
But
I was worried because you was low in the camera. Sorry, I broke your thing. Carry on.
But yeah, we didn't realise this until we got there, and it was a day where we didn't have a car, so we were able to drink. So we got there, and all they had.
I can check because that's going to be the significant. Yep. You just I'll put it down.
This might well be a delivery.
So sorry about this. This is badly timed. We can't do anything about it. We're not going to edit out because we won't do that.
You never do that.
But you could stand up and see if my head looks low. We could take this opportunity.
I can do that.
While I hum politely.
I mean, no, you're in the middle.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I can see
One
near.
less problem.
The actual thing's
Yeah.
in the way of your head mostly. Yeah.
Let's pretend the dog isn't barking.
So yeah, we get there and we find out that they only had 0% alcohol there.
Ah.
And I thought, oh, that's a bit strange. We did find a way around it.
Was it hot?
It was, but I think it was a general.
Or did you just go to the wrong bit of Formula One?
All the way through. I Googled it.
Because that's not very French, is it? We talk about people who gave their kids wine at 10 o'clock in the morning.
But I can,
not that long
I
ago.
can see that becoming a thing more and more, and I don't think it will just be heat related.
Alcohol sales is dropping off. I heard that 930 billion has been lost through Gen Zers in America alone per annum because they're turning their back on booze. Because also going out to clubs and pubs is less so. So that's interesting.
I mean, I think people are probably still drinking at home a fair bit. Maybe
well,
not as much.
$930 billion worth less, which is not a little amount.
But if they're buying in the pub, the price is almost 10 times as much. So if they're buying to consume at home, then there's going to be less revenue.
930 billion in America.
Maybe.
So it's a lot less.
Yeah.
They don't drink as much as us anyway.
No.
It's a totally different drinking culture.
But we found a way around it anyway.
To quantify that sum would be tricky and really fucking boring. But I'm stuck on it now.
In Barcelona, I did find a way around the alcohol ban, and that was to buy Powerade,
right,
and drink a little bit out and top these bottles up. And they allowed us in with these plastic bottles full of Powerade.
I've got a funny feeling
gin.
That you would not have been the first person to do that.
Probably not.
Teenager has
I
existed.
felt like it was a really clever thing to do. My dad was impressed as well. He was quite happy.
He was
they
old.
They,
if you haven't guessed, his dad is really, really
this
old.
was 10 years ago. So
10
he's
years
still
younger,
old.
but still old.
Still old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was quite impressed. We did actually manage to drink them probably within an hour of being in there. So it wasn't
fun.
Oh, it was. It was fun. It was fun. But yeah, not without precedent to ban alcohol at events.
Okay, cool. Let's move on from that because I think we've bored me enough. So, Trump's final declaration that the war in Iran is over,
right,
isn't again.
No,
the Strait of Hormuz is closed again. Israel bombed this time, not America, Lebanon, and we're back where we were.
Have they not reopened it since then?
No, it's shut at the moment, I believe. It's Tuesday today. Yesterday it was shut.
Trump probably hasn't quite made enough money out of his oil fluctuation.
He's probably done well because it went right down into the 70s, I think. So it proper tanked.
Yeah.
So it's probably back up at about, I haven't looked, but I bet it's hitting towards 90s or 100s. It will this week.
Yeah.
There'll be some big winners who probably follow Truth Social.
Yeah. Well, I don't follow it, but I'm hoping that the prices will go up again.
Did you trade oil?
I did. I have traded oil. I've bought when it was low, and I've
oil or BP shares.
BP is oil.
Okay, similar.
Yeah,
one's a company, not a commodity.
True.
Yeah, but you're still bouncing on it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, have you got anything to add into the potential World War III continuing to grow? Are you petrified about it? Digging a hole under your house and making a panic room?
I'm not doing any of those things. Are you?
No, but I might make a sex dungeon, which I won't because I've been there alone at the moment. So, you know,
a wank dungeon
it would still have a use.
Better smell bad in there.
Yeah, the oniony thing would become real fast.
I don't think it would be the smell of onion. That's concerning.
Well, moving on from that.
Can I just say, actually?
I don't know.
Regarding Trump, did you know that he announced Starmer's resignation before Starmer did?
He's been going for it for ages.
Yeah, I mean, he might have not really known, but just sort of said, because he thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, he delivered it as a truth. So
he's probably betting on it.
You know. That the odds were particularly good, to be honest.
Well, word of the day is coming up now.
Right.
Because it wasn't going to be coming up today, but as we're talking about Trump, I feel like it's the right time.
Orange turd.
Not that far off.
Okay.
The word of the day is Twatapotamus.
Okay.
A big, stubborn lump of nonsense who parks themselves in the middle of a problem and refuses to move, help, or shut up. Too loud to ignore, too useless to involve. An absolute Twatapotamus. And is that not Trump or what?
Yeah, pretty much. And I think we've had a similar description using a different word as well.
A lot of them do fit Trump. He is a lot of words of the day.
I think it might have been about Starmer, actually.
Oh, yeah.
The previous one.
Well, now, Sadiq Khan has been accusing, apparently, allegedly is the word you use, for something that we can't back up with fact.
I think you should probably start every sentence with allegedly.
For safety's sake.
Yeah.
He's been accused of calling victims of crime liars recently. I presume they're people who say they've been affected by the grooming gang rapes.
I hadn't read any of that.
No. That's why I was so careful at the beginning.
Right.
To cover myself for this potential fib.
I'd love to know where that source is from.
I don't know, because I just copied the line down.
But you must have copied it from somewhere.
Yeah, I did. Usually I take a screenshot in case I get sued. But whether or not I can find that
is
debatable. Anyway, there's nothing to sue me for, so don't bother. Also, I'm probably right.
He was in the news for something else as well today. I think he was...
being a horrible little man, I think, is one of them.
I think he was supportive of a change of leader, if I remember correctly.
He would be the first one onto the boat, snivelling little wretch.
Well, I mean, 2 years before he can be voted out from London.
Oh, fuck.
2 years.
That's hideous.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying this was him. I'm also not saying it wasn't. A naked man wearing a black rubber gimp mask was seen walking along the River Thames in broad daylight.
Right.
Make your own mind, draw your own conclusion.
There was somebody more local than that, actually, recently. Local
to
as
you,
in,
not me.
Farm British area.
That's to you, not me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think there was the gimp mask, but I think he was naked. And
less dynamic without the gimp mask.
Yeah.
He's at least trying to cover himself up.
I was going to say less private.
Yeah, less private.
Yeah.
And less sensational.
Yeah. But I remember...
Did you catch up with him and offer him some pants?
No, I didn't. No. Everyone seemed to be really concerned.
That seems a bit selfish.
I think it'd be a bit weird for me to go driving around looking for a naked man crossing a bridge.
But I bet you carry spare pants, so you could have.
I don't carry spare pants. As I get older, maybe I should.
Use them, yeah. All right. There's a woman, who set her male friend on fire after a misogynistic joke. She has lost her PTSD appeal in court.
Fucking right.
Yeah. Jean Walpole, an Australian woman, has lost her appeal to reduce a 7.5-year prison sentence after a violent attack on her longtime friend Jake Loader. The incident occurred in January 2024 at a gathering in New South Wales where a sexist remark triggered an argument that escalated into her pouring petrol on him and setting him on fire.
That's pretty awful. Presumably he didn't die.
No, he suffered, I was going to say it, but I couldn't be bothered. He suffered life-changing burns requiring multiple surgery.
Well, I don't think 7.5 years is enough. I think they should have let it go to appeal and then say, well,
but it was a misogynistic joke. I mean, in the world of woke, that's a terrible crime. It's not a nice thing to do.
No.
But we don't know what the joke was. Was it funny?
I'd love to know what it was.
I'd quite like to know if it was a funny joke or not.
Should we try and track him down and ask him? He probably doesn't find it funny anymore.
He's probably got bored of telling the story.
So
I was going to make a joke about armless there, but I don't know if he is.
He might look a little bit like...
that would be an inappropriate joke.
An actor who has had lots of surgery and is 70 years old.
He could. Are you thinking of one in particular?
No.
Right.
Just generally.
Because I think there's a lot that fit that bill.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them. So that frozen face thing.
Yes, Botox. An AI thing, moving on from that. A place called Dream. Have you heard of that? That's one of the... Dream. So that's one of the like Anthropic or Claude or ChatGPT type AI companies.
Right. Yep.
That has a 3 billion valuation with bold visions for government-owned AI. That's going to IPO.
Okay.
Like SpaceX.
Right.
What do you think about that? I have started using AI. No, I haven't. I have somebody else using AI for me who's enjoying the fact I'm enjoying the fact, using something that I keep telling him is shit.
Right. So actually,
it has got a use for me.
I have started to become slightly more sceptical of AI. You probably noticed that I try and rein you in when you're saying that it's all nonsense.
Yes.
But
your candor is noted.
I have found that more often than not, it seems to try and tell me what the answer that it thinks I want. But what I want is the correct answer. And I've found myself getting into slight arguments with AI in conversation with it and saying...
What a waste of time, bickering with a computer program.
But actually, when I challenge it, it says, you were right to challenge me because this information shows that you were right to challenge.
You were right to challenge me because I'm a glorified Google search said in words out loud like your mate said originally.
They are designed to...
Doink.
They're designed to try and be your friend, you see.
Yeah, what a load of shit. Fuck that.
I want information.
I had to thin my friends out due to cocaine use. Do you know what I mean? I don't want a ChatGPT fake coke friend.
I think they thinned you out, didn't they?
Probably.
But no, I now actually start off by saying...
Give me the truth, you stupid fucking thing.
Well, you're not here to be my friend. You're here to provide factual answers and don't just tell me what you think.
That's so complicated. What I do is I old-fashioned Google things, use my brain to decipher what is the most likely right answer, then choose the one I like.
What will actually choose the one that you agree with?
Yeah,
right.
Without that fucking thing arguing with me.
What I found was that often they'll provide an answer and then there'll be various links, and then
just like a Google search.
Yeah,
or other searches.
Right, but
I'm not a
hopefully
fan.
they're collecting the right things.
See,
together.
This is my point, especially with this one being, this is a bit about it being government-owned AI. You're going to use this. The government could easily control the information sources the AI goes to, but you've taught yourself to accept it as a singular version of a search. Whereas if you use a search, you can choose the platform you search on, in case you're worried about government control. And then you can search all the different pages till you find the information you want in the way you'd like to see it to understand the balance you want. Whereas if we sell into the AI, we're actually being censored without knowing it. Then you're being told what to do by something that doesn't agree with you.
I'll tell you what would be quite interesting would be to ask...
You might as well get a wife.
The Google ask the...
Oh no, that's a misogynistic joke. Or is it? No, that's not. That's an okay joke. I think I haven't trod on any lines. Anyway, it was a joke.
I'm wondering whether you can actually ask the Google AI, which is the one that I use because I've got...
that's apparently Chrome. Quite good. That's what does our chapters on this.
But I'm wondering whether I could ask that, who does the best AI, and whether I'd get an honest answer.
No, you won't.
Which
you can't, because it's not a neurological mind.
No.
It's a glorified verbal search.
No, I suppose they'll come up with reviews, won't they?
I'm not interested in what it comes up with. It's a crock of shit. Moving on from that, because we've come to the same conclusion as always, that I don't like it. Stubbornly. A young man has filed a lawsuit. $150,000 is what he's trying to get because he doesn't like the name his parents gave him.
That's ridiculous. Change it.
His name was Gaylord.
Really? That was Meet the Fockers, wasn't it?
It was in that. Yeah. This isn't him from there.
No.
But it was. They must have seen it.
I wonder.
He doesn't like it. And maybe he's not allowed to change it. Maybe he's not old enough to change it. So he wants...
But if he's not old enough to change it, then he's not old enough to sue.
I don't know, because America could be different.
It could be anything, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on from that.
Yeah.
A French woman, this is not a funny one. A French woman who was sexually assaulted by a Tunisian illegal immigrant is facing prison for incitement of racial hatred. So that's a bit like what happens in England, where you can... There's a lot of sort of animated views people would express on something like Facebook. Quite likely after they've had a couple of drinks or something, could be something they don't normally do. Mitigating factors is what I'm putting forward here. But because it reads in a way that could make somebody else go out and commit a violent act, they get 2 years.
I can see how this has come about. I can see how she's done this.
But if you have been raped by a demographic,
but one person in the demographic.
One person in a demographic, and not all of them. I feel you should sort of be allowed, not a hall pass, but you're going to be angry.
Yes.
Rightly so.
But she...
Is it not a grey area?
Well, we'll find out what happens to her.
Well,
or we won't.
Yeah.
But
she's facing prison.
Right. I mean, you would think that there'd be a bit of an outcry about that. I don't know how much they listen.
I guess there is, because I found out about it.
Right.
And, I'm not exactly French.
No.
It was Philippe.
But choosing the right words is quite important.
Yes, it is.
And
but if you've been raped, you're going to be angry. You're going to shout something in anger that you might not, be disproportionate to your normal everyday life.
Yeah.
And I think an allowance should be made because that is very seriously mitigating circumstances.
I would like to see what she actually said. I'm pretty sure you don't have that information.
No, I do not have that. I don't have that. But it might be like what you were saying about the other thing, because that could compromise the trial.
Yes, I mean,
I think it's disgusting because you're going to trial anyway.
I wonder if there has been a resolution on the actual rape itself, or whether that's still ongoing.
It doesn't
not
say
the actual rape,
either.
but you know what I mean, the trial, or whether he's been convicted, or whether he was acquitted, or whatever.
I don't know. That's Nat's ass of a thing. Sweden has begun repatriating legal immigrants who have obtained Swedish residency but failed to integrate into Western society, i.e. abuse the system for potentially no good. So Sweden has a massive problem, and it has really backfired on Sweden. It was the first one to do all these things. So we're witnessing what's coming to other countries, I guess.
Well, I've got something on this.
If it isn't controlled properly and people aren't made safe.
Well, I've got something on this, and I don't need a buzzer because I'm not sure of the figures, but I think it was something like best part of 1 million Syrian refugees.
Right. I heard this bit too,
that Germany are trying to send back.
Yes.
And Syria have said, no, we can't take them. We don't have enough space for our own people.
Because they could have been the Syrians that were facing jail for doing something there. Because you don't check when they come through asylum.
No.
You don't check, are you wanted by the police for...
But they'll just say no, won't they?
Yeah, and no one checks.
Yeah. They've eaten their passport.
Our point is, because they don't check, they're presenting a situation that isn't safe to the inhabitants of the country.
Right.
That's what's wrong with the process.
But
there's nothing wrong with asylum seekers. There's wrong with the method we have done, which is allowed to be abused.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong.
But actually, don't you think it's pretty terrible that the president of... I'm assuming it is Syria. I think it's Syria.
Well, if he knows that these people are not the people he wants in his country, he's glad they've gone. They all run away from prison trials for, I don't know, could be anything.
But they have to be repatriated. If they are belonging to that country, they can't deport.
But they could just go, no, fuck off. That's what they've done.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how that comes about, because actually...
What were you going to do? Put them on a ship, float it there, and then just like put the anchor down? You can't make them take it. You can, but you'd need guns. That's called a war.
Right.
You'd have to have a war, because then you have to win.
Put them in a dinghy halfway.
I mean, that's how they got here. So they know how to turn that around and come back.
They can have people making sure that the boats goes that way.
It's not the Henley Regatta, Stu.
No. I wonder how big the water they've had to cross is as well. It's not like the Channel, is it? Which is only 20 odd miles.
No, it's the Med, isn't it?
Yeah.
They don't have to cross the Med because actually it's land all the way around in the shape of a sea.
Oh, okay.
So England's the only one that's nowhere near anything. We're an island. So if it's an island, you have to cross the sea. If it isn't, you don't have to, because you're on a land mass.
Right. Yes, I suppose I'm...
I know I've made that sound really stupid there, but I sort of did it on purpose. Right, here's something that's going to... Two things... so this is a bit... I found something saying the EU Parliament has approved a law enabling mass deportations and return hubs, but it will rely on them being accepted into whatever country they're going to.
Right.
Which might end up being Rwanda, and that original thing that Rishi Sunak... Was it Rishi Sunak that did that
It
one?
was... I don't know if it started with Rishi or started with Boris or Truss.
But somebody... So that might be something people do, because Rwanda are accepting people.
Well, especially if they're being paid for it.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was a bad idea, to be honest. I didn't think it was a bad idea at the time. I didn't understand why everyone was up in arms about it. But there's always the worry that the people who've got rid of it are just going to come back
It's
again.
because when we think about these things, we think about the genuine asylum seekers who come over wishing for help and wanting to integrate and be part of a new, safer world. We don't think of the people coming in to disrupt and intentionally being criminal activities with them. We believe in our minds as people in the countries that those people are being stopped and checked at the borders. And that's where the whole thing goes wrong, because they aren't. And that's what is making it so divisive.
Yeah.
Because that one fact I've just said there is what some people think and they don't explain. It makes other people think they're a racist or a bigot. And they're just feeling unsafe and they want to be made to feel safe.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to expect your government to have some sort of procedure to keep rapists out of the country.
But if most of the people who've come across to us have come via France, is France a dangerous country? Is France?
But they're not French people.
But they're not English either.
No, that's my point. So if we're checking at the border, the asylum seekers we allowed in,
right,
to make sure that they are safe people, not rapists and
right.
murderers,
Yes.
Drug dealers, people traffickers, all the things.
Okay.
The government owes us a debt of responsibility to prevent those type of people coming in.
Understood. But people who are genuinely seeking asylum have already passed through.
Well, let's
safe
assume no one
countries.
had. Yeah, but if we don't worry about that, if we worry about this country and asylum seekers coming in,
Right.
we are due diligence by our government to protect the citizens and the country's well-being is to weed out
And they're
the
not doing-
rapists
and
and the
they're not-
murderers
and they're
and
not
the
doing
people
that.
traffickers. Yeah, and because they aren't doing that, they're upsetting people and they're hiding that fact because that fact puts them at fault.
Yeah.
And if they say everyone else is a racist or a bigot, it makes everyone else be divided between themselves and argue amongst themselves. But the real problem is the government have let us down.
Yeah, well, and
That's the real problem.
successive governments.
Yeah,
It's fair
all
to
of
say,
them have
yeah.
let us down. But this policy that's backfired has fucked all of us. Well, not all of us, but it's caused problems for people because they've let in unsafe people. And the whole point of immigration is to protect people from unsafe people.
Yep.
And they haven't done it. And that's what's upsetting everyone. On another note, switching off of that,
Yep.
onto something less, whatever that was.
Divisive.
No, this isn't less divisive. The average American is now officially fatter than the average American pig. Statistically speaking.
I mean,
allegedly.
Statistically speaking, that.
There's nothing to
makes
say
sense.
the average American pig is fat, though.
No, and also pigs you would think are smaller than people. So in terms of physical amount of fat.
So I assume it's fat per kilo or pound because they're in on imperial. But I guess if you're rearing an actual pig, you don't want that pig to be too fat. So you'd be, be diet conscious. If I was a pig farmer, I like to think I'd be
Healthy
quality
pigs.
meat conscious. I'd want it to crackle nicely.
That's fat.
Yeah, it's fat, but wouldn't want it too much depth of fat.
Yeah,
you know
be a
what
bit
I mean?
greasy layers. Of
I'd like the balance to be about right.
Really fancy.
I would
bacon
like
sandwich.
cuddly pigs over scrawny pigs or like roidy pigs.
I'd rather have a bacon sandwich.
Yeah, but
Two
wouldn't you
eggy
like it
pigs.
with a nice bit of crispy fat on it? But you won't want it only. If I gave you a bacon sandwich that was just full of crispy fat, you go, do you know what?
That's not what I want.
Give that one to Miliband.
Turn it into energy.
Yeah. Now, here we go. Right, here's a question. So last week we discussed whether or not Elon Musk was a prick.
Oh, God. I'm stuck to the chair.
Yes, you're sweating.
Jesus.
Your excessive blubber is holding you back.
Probably.
So, is Musk still a prick?
I mean...
We don't know.
Probably.
Probably. Well, I don't know. So here's the thing I found that must say. Elon Musk has posted on Twitter, he's got a lot of followers in that, a message to left-wing politicians and woke activists. He says, you are the extremists.
Well, they both are. The far left and the far right.
That's true.
They're both extremists.
Because it's an extreme.
Yeah.
Far anything is an extreme.
Yeah.
But which one's the worst? Far right or far left right now today? I think we've heard a lot about the left, so we're kind of fed up with it. Far, that is, not a liberal point of view.
Yeah. I'm normally more scared of the far left than the far right because I think that...
You kind of know what the far right are going to do. You might not agree with it, but they're pretty straightforward. They don't hide anything.
I wonder whether it's because the far left is a newer concept and that we've seen...
Yeah, that could be.
We've seen... Well, we haven't seen, but
No.
There's been Hitler and people like that who
He's
are
not far left.
who are far right,
Okay.
and have been around for more than a century.
Well, he's dead now.
Not for the last 80 years, perhaps, but
He was around for a short period.
I mean, people obviously are more fearful, don't want the same history to repeat itself.
Oh, they definitely don't.
I think that I think that the far left are just so annoying.
Let's not have Hitler back as Stuart's message.
Yes, yeah, that is my message.
But let's move on from this because I'm not sure where we're going with it.
No, I'm not.
A London woman who married herself has divorced herself after 1 year.
Did she give a reason?
I think inconsolable differences.
Didn't like. No, I'm going to say something. I was going to say something that became me cancelled.
How long have we been going for? Do you know?
Yeah, 40 minutes.
Oh, right, okay. A Turkish man has just broken a world record. Now, this is one I wouldn't mind trying to learn how to challenge.
Right.
He's broken a world record after unhooking 100 bras in 1 minute. Now, I wonder if they were all on women, being worn in a normal way.
And would they have been fully hooked up? Or are we talking just like holding on by one hook?
I think I'd manage to undo maybe half of one bra in a minute. They're quite fiddly. And I sort of get spazzer fingers on the old hook things. They bend over. Anyone who's undone a bra will struggle and then look stupid and panicked.
Overexcited.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be that. So, unhooking bras as a man is a tricky thing, but not for this Turkish dude.
I don't think.
Who's clearly Russell Brand in a previous life.
Well, either that or he's gay and he's got no real interest in what's inside.
But why would
he
have learnt to be so good at unhooking bras then? I don't think gay men want to be efficient at undoing bras to see, because the better you are at doing it, the quicker you're going to see a boob.
Yeah.
So you want to see a boob,
I suppose.
But that's a straight man's thing.
Yeah, I suppose a gay man might be
inclined
to just keep it done up.
Yeah. He'd only undo them if he was quite a big fella and needed it himself, because some blokes do wear bras to control their moves.
How do women undo their own bras?
They've learned. I mean, I'm not a woman. I don't know.
I just wonder, I'm not sure I'd be able to reach.
They wear bras every day, so they must have learned how to do it, just like us putting on socks and pants, which we're not that good at.
And to be fair, it's easier than dealing with bras.
And they've got to wear socks and pants too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a bra expert. We need to find that man from Turkey. You need some bras. They need support. They dangle.
Just need to lose a bit of weight. They'll be all right.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
A man has been arrested after posing as a museum tour guide and inventing entirely fake histories for every painting in the museum. He did it for a long time. It was a period of months.
I bet it was more interesting than the actual
I bet it was
tours.
fucking epic.
Yeah, it was probably really good.
Yeah. I would go and do that.
Where was this?
I've forgotten to write that down because it wasn't the point. But I felt like it was France, but I don't think everything can be in France this week.
Maybe it is.
Could be. Was he Philippe?
Special French week.
France week, yeah. Just perfectly timed there. A woman in Texas was reportedly arrested after allegedly using super glue on her sleeping husband's buttocks after she had discovered he'd been cheating on her. Why his buttocks?
Just pour it up the chap.
Was he getting pegged? Was he? Because
maybe she thought
you would have thought the knob.
Maybe she was preempting that she was going to forgive him and this was just a punishment and she didn't want to damage the thing that she.
But it's only super glue that comes off with soapy water, doesn't it? But why super glue your bum? He might have had a really hairy bum. Maybe that'd be painful.
I did see quite a good headline actually, which I can find quite quickly.
Is it relevant to that?
Yes, it is.
Would it explain it?
No. It's.
I don't think fast is in your vocabulary.
It is.
It looks slow.
No, it's fine. It's here.
I'm bored.
No, here we go.
I'm really bored now.
Man finds love with stranger just weeks after getting anus removed and sewn shut.
Okay, but why would that matter? Is he gay?
No, he's not.
So it doesn't matter.
But
it doesn't need it to be an in.
No, I mean I think he's got a poo bag now.
I don't find that so dynamic.
I just found it a really funny headline.
I mean, it's quite good.
Man finds love with stranger just weeks after getting anus removed.
I think because it's completely unconnected to the superglue thing that you made me feel like it was related to.
But it's the same principle. It's like
but a woman glued his bum shut for reasons we're trying to work out. Not he medically had his anus shut. because he'd been cheating.
It just reminded me of a very funny headline,
I
which is relevant because it's to do with anuses, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just a bit lost on it all. So should we move on from that?
Yep.
Lab-grown meat.
Right.
Are you aware of things with that?
Yeah, we've spoken about it before.
They're getting better at. It's getting closer to something we're going to end up eating. What do you think about that? Right. Bill Gates is getting blamed for it all at the moment because people have started loving to hate Bill Gates, which is fair because he was on Epstein Island,
right?
And whatever he did there, what I don't know, but probably involved Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know.
Ellen DeLezers.
Yeah, whatever it was. Did they eat children? We don't know. But anyway, that's not part of it.
Yeah.
That's a side quest. Bill Gates getting the blame, but lab-grown meat is made by taking a small sample of stem cells from a live animal, then feeding them nutrients in a large tank called bioreactors. And from what I can gather, that's a bit like feeding the bit of gloop you use to make sourdough bread.
Okay.
You know what I mean? From a concept. And then you get fake mincemeat.
Okay.
But is it fake? I mean, it's a weird concept, isn't it?
It is. I mean, if the idea is that it's going to be using less energy, it would be interesting to know how much energy.
And how is it saving energy? Because you're using more energy to make a fake bit of a cow.
Yeah, and in the same way that
or a chicken.
Batteries for electric cars, for example, the energy that you're.
Like a cow is natural; it's not making or using energy. It's just supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Whereas a machine making fake meat isn't supposed to be here. It goes against the principles of nature, which other people would argue were the principles of God. So it should be unholy. So it's not halal anyway.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, which is obviously everywhere.
We were talking briefly about Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh yeah.
And I've seemed to have lost his name on it now.
Jeffrey.
But there is not. Well, the name is Jeffrey, but there's another Jeffrey. Jeffrey, who was the leader of the DUP.
Right, DUP. What's that?
It's the Northern Ireland government.
Okay.
So he's just been convicted of paedophilia.
Right. Because he was at Epstein Island or another event?
Other events. Okay. Separate Epstein Island. And it's to do with underage girls and stuff. But have you noticed the number of Jeffries that seem to be paedophiles? Now, I don't know many paedophiles, only the ones that I see in the Post, except for one that I know about from the local area who was also called Jeffrey, who was a paedophile. I wonder if there's a higher percentage of people called Jeffrey that are paedophiles.
I don't know. I think that's quite a reach. And no one knows paedophiles on purpose.
No. But it just seems there are a lot of there aren't that many Jeffreys in the world.
There aren't.
But
it seems a stretch to say they're all paedophiles.
I can't, no, I did not say they're all paedophiles. But there just seems to be a higher proportion of people called Jeffrey
that are paedophiles. Compared to what, Dave's?
Well, or any other
Bill's.
Names. Yeah. Or Andrews. In terms of percentage of people, like there are loads more Andrews than there are Jeffreys. So you would imagine there would be, but per Andrew, how many paedophiles are there?
Fucking hell.
But you see my point? There are
not really.
I know of 3 paedophile Jeffreys.
Yeah.
And I can't think of any other paedophile that's got of the same name. I can't think of any other paedophiles.
I can think of prominent Philip.
Philip?
A couple of Philips. Oh no, one Andrew and a Philip.
But there are loads of Philips. There are more Philips than there are Jeffreys.
Yeah. There's more paedophiles than we know about.
Yeah, of course. But it just seems that Jeffrey is the danger name for pedos.
I don't know anyone called Jeffrey, luckily. I know one bloke called Jeffrey, actually. I don't think he's a paedophile. I don't know.
If your name's Jeffrey, why don't you write in?
Tell us if you're a paedophile or not. We'll keep a chart on the wall.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fucking hideous thing.
It does.
This many paedophiles have phoned up. Most of them are Jeffreys.
If you know any other paedophile Jeffreys, why don't you just tell us?
Please stand up.
It could be an intro. Yeah.
So... I don't really know what to do with that.
Move on to the next subject, I think.
How
probably.
long have we been doing
About
this for?
45 minutes.
Oh, it's only been 5 minutes since I asked last.
10.
10.
Oh, it's like, yeah.
Well, how long do you think it is?
I think it's quite long. 48 minutes, something like that. 47,
Okay.
yeah. Time for more facts. Have you
Okay.
run out of facts?
Yeah, no, I've got some more things. I was just stuck on this Jeffrey thing. Trying to get my head around it. I was just buying time to sort of decompress an overwhelmingly strange
I think
section.
I think
Unprecedented
I think that
stereotyping of Jeffries.
well, it's just an observation.
I don't know.
I reckon that's a question for AI.
Why? It's going to bicker with you and lie in the end and do nothing useful.
Yeah, per
Per capita.
Per
How
cap-
many Jeffries are paedophiles?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the rainbow one. That looked a little bit paedophilic.
Oh, I know.
Bungle
Jeff
George.
Hayes. Jeffrey Hayes, his name was.
Really?
That was I don't think he's a paedophile. I'm pretty certain he wasn't, actually.
Well, that disproves your theory then.
I'm not saying they're all paedophiles. I'm just saying that there are a lot of Jeffreys that are paedophiles.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, a creepiest bit of information here, right? There's a medical case that doesn't sound that believable, following on from your clearly believable Jeffrey problem, right? A woman in Hong Kong reportedly lost around 10 years of her memory following an intense episode of straining to poo. She strained so hard she lost 10 years of her life
Right.
in
Okay.
her mind.
So probably what's happened
She didn't need to poo after all.
is that she strained so much that she had a stroke.
I don't think you do them at the same time.
No, different type of stroke.
Okay.
I think that probably she's had a stroke, and that is something that can happen if you have a stroke. You lose a part of your brain dies.
Right.
So I think that she was probably constipated.
Yeah, she was. Dad say she had severe constipation.
Yeah, if she maybe just think she
crowning out a
how
massive
much-
turd, you might lose 10 years of your memories.
I wonder if she remembered that she was actually on the toilet at the time.
Depends on the size of the turd.
Or they forgot what she was doing and got up with half
I think
a
if it's
hanging out of her
that big, dude,
arse.
if it's that big a shit, you're not going to not notice it. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like it's a bollard,
Right.
not a turd.
God.
Yeah. So that's a brilliant image.
Eat your fibre.
That hasn't helped. It hasn't helped at all. Right, so I've got another thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then how long have we been doing it for? I haven't got many things.
No, it's fine. We've got 10 minutes maximum left.
Till
Do you want
it's
me to
an
check?
hour.
Yeah. So
Okay,
check.
yeah, check.
I'll check.
While I'm still recovering from, that's not checking.
I know
that's
it isn't. I
staring
just
into
wanted to.
the eye of the
8
abyss.
minutes. 7.5 minutes.
Till what? An hour.
An hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vitamin D isn't a vitamin, apparently, I've read here. It's a hormone your body makes from cholesterol and sunlight. Two things we've been told to get rid of, like statins for cholesterol.
Okay, that's interesting.
Sunlight,
I can believe
where a sun blocker thing. What are they called? I've forgotten.
suntan lotion.
Yes, I could only think of contact lenses for some reason, but
Right.
it's not.
Not the same thing.
So whatever that is, if you put those two things together, cholesterol and suntan lotion, you aren't getting your vitamin D.
Right.
So being told to cover up, stay inside, fear the sun, and fear fat is actually not. It's harming us, isn't it? Because you need vitamin D. I can't remember why though.
No, I can't remember
But
why.
you need
but
it.
I mean, it's not without precedent that we've been given advice that has
It turns out
changed
to be
over
absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
Mm.
Actually, famously, cot deaths. So it used to. They flip-flopped with the advice on which way the baby is supposed to lie. So at first they were saying you put the baby on its side. Then they were saying no, your baby needs to be on its back. And they've gone backwards and forwards.
I don't think I ever got told to put my baby on its side, or babies.
I think when I was growing up, I remember that the advice was baby should be on its side because there's a chance that when they're lying down, this something that blocks the airways can just slam shut when you're on your back.
I see.
And there isn't the muscle there to put it back.
And I suppose it removes the temptation for any passing Jeffries.
Cut. Maybe.
That's an inappropriate joke.
It is an inappropriate joke. But
luckily, not many people watch it to the end. It should be all right.
I bet this will be the one that everyone watches to the end. But yeah, I mean, I remember that being something that was in the news about, oh no, they shouldn't go on their back because of this, and they changed from it again.
My mum, I tell you what. On that note, as an ADHD person, I couldn't find any interesting enough anecdotes on addiction or ADHD this week in time, because I was consumed doing other things this week for once. But an ADHD thing to put here: cots and cot death. I didn't die in my cot, but my mum used to hate checking on me in my cot, not because she hated me, but because she knew I would always be awake. Didn't matter what time of night it was, whatever. If she peered over the edge of the cot, I'd be just staring, waiting to get up, looking back at her. Because I don't sleep very much. That's the ADHD fact for the week that Stuart has been doing something else through, so it's lost its cool impetus.
Right, I've just done a Google search on famous paedophiles called Jeffrey.
And what have you got?
Well, just the two. Just the two. But actor, right, there is a third one, actually,
right,
with a note.
It doesn't sound like a lot of paedophiles called Jeffrey.
Actor Jeffrey Jones.
You're wrong.
Actor Jeffrey Jones is also widely recognised as the sex offender on the sex offender registry following a no contest plea for employing a minor for explicit photos, though his specific conviction was not legally classified as paedophilia.
Right.
There you go. I was hoping it would back up. I thought there'd be a list of 10 of them, but there's just
10. Why 10?
Well, I don't know. Not specifically 10.
Okay, now this has been a lot.
I'm gonna do a bit more research.
Find out what Jeffries generally do. See if you can find out what is a stereotypical Jeffries career path.
Now?
No, for next week.
Okay.
Continue on with this Jeffrey thing.
You always think of Jeffries as being quite boring.
That's what I'm thinking of. That
people.
The one from Rainbow. Was it Zippy? That was it. That was George that looked like Zippy, wasn't it?
George and Zippy were the same size.
Yeah. And they were those furry things.
Zippy.
So who was Jeffrey then?
Jeffrey was the presenter.
Oh.
Jeffrey was the presenter.
And he wasn't a paedophile?
No.
Right.
I mean, certainly...
As far as you know.
Not been reported that he is. I'm sure Jeffrey Hayes was a very nice man.
Maybe.
Is a very nice man. He's not dead.
Right. It didn't look like that.
Bungle was the big bear.
Yeah.
See
what I mean? It's quite suspicious when you add it all up.
And then you had Rod, Jane and Freddie.
Mind you, there's nothing to say in these animal costumes was little boys anyway. Grown people in there.
I mean, I think...
So that's okay. Or is it?
I think
it's another set of things.
Bungle would have had an adult
yeah.
in it, so to speak.
And the other ones are hand puppets.
Yes.
So they would have had adults too.
Yes.
So it would have been okay too.
Talking of hand puppets. Can you imagine if Rod Hull was still alive today and still had Emu?
I love the fact he died falling off a chimney.
It was an inglorious death.
Yeah.
But a famous one.
I'd like to die like that. No, I wouldn't. But I'd like to die in a remarkable manner.
I would like to not survive it if it was, if it was something like that where I was end up being paraplegic or something. I'd rather just be gone.
You'd be wiped out by falling off the church in an emu costume.
I don't think he had an emu on his hand, but
it would have been funnier if he did.
For those that don't know, back in the last century, there was a famous act called Rod Hull and Emu, which was basically a grown man with really bad hair with his hand in a puppet.
Wurzel Gummidge is what he looked like.
Yeah. I mean, that's not to help people either.
They could look up Enid Blyden on AI.
And he had his hand in this emu. And he'd do interviews. And during the interview, he would start basically grabbing the interviewer and grabbing their bum, and if it's a woman, their boobs, and their bollocks, if it was a bloke, and stuff like that. Can you imagine that he wouldn't have been put in prison for that?
He would have been put in, yeah.
And
what's his name, Jeffrey? Rod.
Rod.
Okay, well, that's suspicious right there, isn't it?
Rod Hull.
Yeah. Not everyone called Rod would be...
No, definitely not.
No. But it made me think of rods. You see where I was going with that?
Oh, you mean using a rod?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yes.
That's the tentative link.
Yeah. Right, well, we've done an hour. Have you got anything more exciting to add, or should we say goodbye to number 51?
I think we might have said enough. I've got some other stuff, but it's all serious. And this has been an enjoyably light-hearted episode.
Yeah.
Relative facts.
Light-hearted.
If you are called Jeffrey, we still don't care. But please watch again next week.
Yeah.
Now is the time to fuck off.
Goodbye.
Goodbye and fuck off.